Hello, hello. Day number 3. Today we're going to talk about metabolism. And because I want you, right? Because this week we're talking about working smarter and not necessarily working harder. And today is really going to bring it home as to why working harder is not working, why it hasn't worked in the past, and why it's not going to work in the future. And I'm also going to teach you some basic tips to start taking care of your metabolism. And if you decide to lose weight from this call, or you are trying to lose weight, whatever it is, that you do it in a way that you are taking care of your metabolism. Because when you take care of your metabolism, you're taking care of your future. And it's essential, it's important. It's day number 3. Yesterday, we talked about blood sugar balance, and you'll notice that there's a little bit of blood sugar balance sprinkled into today because guess what? They're related, they're connected. So we're going to talk about that. And then tomorrow is going to be a doozy of stress management, and how stress is impacting you and your weight loss efforts. It's a big part of my practice. It used to not be, but I got to a point where it just couldn't not be anymore. If I'm going to get my clients results, which is what I'm committed to doing, we're going to need to work on your stress. We're going to need to make it a thing, because not making it a thing isn't working anymore. Okay. So today is really going to be about providing care for your metabolism. I need to change this. No. And guys, if you have feedback and questions, make sure and put them in the Q&A box for me, because I love to see them. And also, I've been a tad busy yesterday and today, and I haven't picked the winner from yesterday. I am still going through all of your replies, which they're so beautiful, and I just love all of them. And I'm so glad that this is my job. So I will email the winner, and I will have that done today. So here we go. Okay, so the point of today's discussion is to not only provide care for your metabolism while you lose weight, but to understand why your body isn't responding the way that you want it to. What I want you to remember is that your metabolism is never broken. Your metabolism hasn't just decided to work against you, okay? This is for the woman who looks at a piece of cake and she gains weight, the woman who misses a workout and fears what the scale might tell her, and the woman who has been trying harder for a really long time and it's just not working. So let's start there. Why isn't it working? Why isn't willpower working anymore, right? Just try harder. Just run faster. You used to be able to cut out a snack easily and then lose 5 pounds, but it doesn't work like that anymore. Or you could change up your workouts and then all of a sudden you feel better in your clothes, but that's not working anymore either. Why? Your metabolism. So just so we know what metabolism is, it's simply the rate at which your body uses energy. I'm going to go out on a limb today. I'm not a car person, but this is the only analogy that came to me this morning when I was writing this. So we're going to use a car and we're going to hope it lands. So you have a car, right? You put gas in your car, but let's say you only have $5 and you use $5 to put gas in your car every single time you need gas, right? Your oil in your car is dirty. You haven't changed your tires in a very long time and you've run them into the ground. You're running on E, but you're late to work, so you step on the gas. You need to go faster. You're asking your car to use the crappy oil, the bad tires, and the very little gas to go faster. The engine is going to communicate to the transmission, things aren't good here. The transmission is going to get stuck in second gear and it's not going to go faster. And you're going to have to drive 45 miles per hour on the highway all the way to work because the car is just trying to run the best that it can. It's either 45 miles per hour or it's sitting on the side of the road. And this is like your metabolism. You've been underfed for years. What you do eat is quickly and easy, and it's mindless, and you're stressed out. When you ask your body to try again and to try to lose weight, and to try harder, it's like getting in the car and asking it to go faster, right? So hold on, I my sentence is wrong. I did not say that right. Okay, so now you get in the car to go home and this is like trying again with weight loss, trying harder. You get in the car to try to go home again and you want to go home faster. So you try to drive 65 miles per hour and you don't have gas, your oil is crap and your tires are ready to fall off, right? It's not going to work. Now, the great thing is that both of these things can be fixed. You can put better oil in your car. You can put more gas in your car. You can change the tires or get new tires, right? And we actually can see our bodies through this too. If this is hitting home for you, if this feels like that you are running your body into the ground and everything you do rebounds with more weight, then what I want you to take from today is that your body does not feel safe. If your body does not feel safe, it's going to hold on to its very precious resource, which is body fat. Because what's going to get you through not having enough food, like a famine? What's going to get you to run from danger? Our bodies are not far off from our ancestors hundreds and hundreds of years ago. They have not gotten the 2023 update. Evolution isn't that quick, but look at how our lifestyles have changed in the past 75 years. It's pretty drastic, and we're suffering because of it. We've gained weight very easily because the types of foods we eat are a mismatch for our evolution, right? Our bodies weren't created to eat things from the factory. They were designed to eat things that we can grow in our backyard, vegetables and fruits and chickens and eggs and cows. And so we eat the things that are really quick and really easy, and it feels like a normal thing to do, right? You leave your house and you're inundated with highly processed foods full of sugar, and you create a blood sugar imbalance over a period of time with insulin resistance. And we talked about that yesterday. What does that create? Weight gain. And then we freak out and we try to lose it really quick, like right now. Very quickly, like 5 years ago, 5 minutes ago, it should have been gone, right? And processed foods have also ingrained instant dopamine hits and instant gratification to us and our minds. We're so used to feeling really good really quickly with the high amount of sugars that we eat. And so we are just ingrained for instant gratification now. And so now when we want to lose weight, we also want that right now. And so we try to lose weight really quickly, and our bodies are already in a state of being malnutritioned because we're not having a nutrient dense diet. We're just having a calorie heavy diet. We're having a high sugar diet. And then we go into cutting out all the calories and not necessarily replacing them with really high nutrient dense foods. Plus, our stress is different now, right? We hurry to work and we sit in traffic. We receive a stressful email and we sit at our computer. We watch true crime and we sit on our couch. I'm a true crime junkie, but what I know to be true about true crime is that it's not relaxing, right? It can feel actually stressful. It's actually I read a book once where I was like, oh gosh, I should definitely like lay off the true crime. But it's like seeking out a more of a trauma type of response, because that's what your mind is used to, is like drama and trauma. And so those things can they feel like they're relaxing. They feel like you're checking out, but it's somewhat re-stimulating a trauma response. So it's not actually relaxing, right? It's more of a fight or flight response. So our stress used to be coupled with movement, but it no longer is. Now, when we're stressed, we're sitting. But when we used to be stressed, when our ancestors were stressed, what were they doing? They were out seeking food. They were running from danger. They were building things, right? They were doing things to keep themselves alive, which meant moving their bodies. So the stress response we have right now still is the same stress response our ancestors had, but we're sitting with our stress response and they were moving. Our environment is also very different. We have pollution. We love things to smell really good. So we buy a lot of synthetic fragrances. Plastic is everywhere. And also, that's part of our instant gratification society, right? Everything has to be in plastic so we can have it right now and we can take it with us and we can have that immediate gratification. And we also don't sleep. We stay up too late with screens and artificial light. And also, because of the amount of stress we have, our bodies are not able to get into a deep sleep. So even if you are sleeping, your sleep sucks and you still wake up and you're not refreshed. You don't feel like you got a good night of sleep. All of these things go into your metabolism because your metabolism is always going to respond to its environment. Your metabolism is not the problem. Your environment is the problem. And your environment is the food. Your environment is the pollution. Your environment is the stress. It's going to adjust just like a thermostat adjusts to the room, right? You set your thermostat to 70 degrees, you open up the door, cold air comes in, your thermostat comes on and turns on the heat to get it to be thermostat. Same thing if the thermostat drops below 70, it turns on the heat, right? Just by itself. Or if it was an air conditioning response, things like that. Your metabolism adjusts in the same way. It moves up and down based on your environment, based on your stress, based on the food information it receives, based on the environment you live in. So if you start eating significantly less food, what do you think your metabolism is thinking? Whoa, things are not good. There's a famine here. We know what to do. So it sends a signal from your brain to your adrenals, which are just tiny little things that sit on the back of your kidneys that are very important. And they slow things down. They slow down the metabolism. They are like, hey, let's send signals to her that she's tired. It also sends signals to your thyroid. Hey, thyroid, we don't have enough food here. Can you help? And your thyroid's like, yeah, I know what to do. Let's slow down the basic rate of how her body functions. We're going to slow down the use of her body fat so that the body fat stays there because things aren't good out there. We're going to reiterate to her over and over again that she's tired. And when she tries to go for that run today at 4 p.m., like she always does, let's make sure to slow her down there. No problem. We've got this. So you feel tired and then your weight loss slows. It doesn't happen or you plateau. So you think, I'll just try harder. And your body's like, damn, this girl just does not listen. Okay. So you think you're tired now? You just wait. We can make tired on top of tired. Let's do that. And you all know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling that you come home from work at 5 p.m. and it's like you've got 5-pound weights strapped to the bottom of your feet, right? Or you try to go for that 4 p.m. run and it feels like somebody has filled your legs with lead. That's your metabolism. It's been speaking to you this entire time and you just haven't listened because someone else somewhere told you to eat less and to move more. You bought a cookie cutter program. It promised results. You saw potential. You saw hope, and you thought you saw the answer. But I'm sorry, that's not the way it works anymore. It should have never worked that way, but you're here now, and now you know you can do better. So let's talk about the actual things you can do to support your metabolism as you lose weight or as you support your body to be able to lose weight. Because if you want to learn anything from this week, it's that you are not supposed to be in a weight loss phase all the time. And I'm sorry that you've probably been told that. I'm sorry that you've probably been sold programs that taught you how to diet each and every day, but no one told you how to eat like a real woman. No one told you how to maintain your weight. No one told you that 1,200 calorie diets shouldn't have never, ever been a thing, right? Your metabolism should be functioning at a rate and your jaw is going to drop, but it should be functioning between 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day. And you're not. You're eating way less than that. And you're still not able to lose weight. And that's because your metabolism is really freaking smart. And it knows that it needs to keep your body safe by keeping fat stores on you because fat is safety. So now you need to go in. Your job is to change your environment and provide the sense of safety for your body so that it feels okay letting some fat go, so that you can reassure it that you have plenty of resources around you, that things are good here, life isn't so bad, and it can let some of that fat go. It's just reassuring your body over and over again that you're okay. So first, let's start with sleep and your evening routine. Your evening routine is actually the precursor to your next day, because your evening routine sets you up to be able to get good quality sleep, not to just lay in the bed, not to just lay there and toss and turn, to get good sleep. If you're going to be in bed sleeping, you may as well be productive at it, right? And get some good darn sleep. So the evening routine starts with the 2 hours before you actually end up sleeping. What does that look like for you? Most of us, it looks like eating. Most of us are having snacks before bed. And normally I'm telling you to eat more food. This is not the time to eat more food, because when you are eating more food in that window before when you should be getting ready for bed, eating food boosts your cortisol. And that's great when it's earlier on in the day, but it's not great in the evenings when you need to get good sleep, because cortisol and melatonin are yin yang hormones. Okay. When one is up, the other is down, and vice versa. In the evenings, when we're getting ready for bed, we don't want cortisol, we want melatonin. But when we eat, we ask for cortisol's help. We don't want that. So you need to stop eating about 2 hours before you plan to sleep. When you're my client, I actually tell you 3 hours, but if you're starting somewhere, let's start with 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, somewhere in there. You're also setting up so when you do that, then cortisol is going to stay down and you're going to allow melatonin to rise, so that when your head hits the pillow, you can start going into a deep sleep. When your body's busy digesting and moving food where it needs to be, melatonin isn't able to rise, right? Because it's busy doing that stuff. We got to let our body rest. Okay. Let our digestive system rest so we can get good sleep. So evening routine, calming activities, do the same thing each evening. Turn off overhead lights. So overhead lights, they stimulate cortisol. They stimulate you should be awake. Shut them off. Expose yourself to the sunrise each morning, because when you expose yourself to the sunrise, guess what happens? Your body's like, oh, it's morning. Your mind is very, very smart. It's very savvy. Your body knows this stuff. Expose yourself to the sunrise, boost your cortisol. When your cortisol is higher in the morning, which is what we want, it will start to go down in the evenings. And that will allow for melatonin to rise so you can get a good night's sleep. So no eating, avoid alcohol. Alcohol is going to keep you awake. Overhead lights. I knew that was going to happen. Every day we have a delivery at this time. The overhead lights, what else? Calming activities. I like to put a diffuser, like essential oils, because that signals to my mind. My mind is like, oh, we smell this thing, and then we go to sleep, right? So that signals to my mind, we should be getting ready for bed. We should be winding down. It also helps your family. You don't even have to tell them that's what they're doing. Their mind will just start to know that, like, we smell this thing and then we go to bed. It helps them prepare to sleep. And then the other thing is screens, right? No screens 2 hours before bed. That's a hard no. So no phone, no working, no iPads, no TV, read a book, do something relaxing in those evenings to get yourself up for really good sleep, because sleep is on your side if you want to lose weight. If you're not sleeping, you're not losing weight. End of story. Okay. Second, stop eating 1,200 calories a day. It's not working. And it's not going to work. So you have to start supporting your metabolism with food. Food is safety. Good food is even better safety. So show your body that things are good here, right? The other thing is to learn about macronutrients, about protein. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. So protein, carbs, fats, those are important to make sure you're getting the proper amount of nutrition that you really need to have healthy weight loss. We don't want to have a diet that's not blood sugar stabilizing, but is now you're eating 1,800 calories, but 1,500 calories of that is carbohydrates that are simple and your blood sugar is on a roller coaster, right? Macronutrients matter just as much as calories matter, just as much as the food information matters, just as much as the hormone information matters. All of it matters. And you want to make sure that you're doing it in a way that makes your body feel safe. And protein is actually, so I usually have my clients not on a super high protein diet, but definitely moderate protein, because protein is a thermogenic food. So it takes your body actually more energy to burn the calories, or actually to digest and assimilate the nutrients of the protein. It takes more energy to do that. It's more work for your body to do that. So it's just a little more bang for your buck when you're having a moderate protein diet versus eating all of your foods from simple carbohydrates and under quality fats. Stress management. So we're going to go into this tomorrow. It's a big one, so I'm saving a whole day for it. But it's essential for the sense of safety, because if you're walking around stressed out and not managing it, your body doesn't think that things are safe. It's like, whoa, things are not good out there. What's going on? You're sending stress response over and over in your body. Muscle. Muscle is the 401k of your health. Think about when you are investing in your retirement, you're always putting money into this account that you never actually see until you're ready to retire. Money you never really even knew you had, right? It gets taken out of your paycheck, you put it in the account, and it starts to grow for you just by itself, and it's taking care of your future. Same thing with muscle, right? Doing strength training most days of the week and trying to put more muscle on your body is essential for the life of your for your lifelong health. It's like your 401k that's on your body, because that muscle is going to take you longer, further, being mobile, being here, purposeful, rather than being an older lady who's very frail and falls over and breaks a hip. Did you know that after the age of 65, 50% of women will fall at some point, and 50% will have a fall that they'll never be able to walk again from? That's staggering. You can offset that by lifting weights most days of the week. And this is going to be essential for your metabolism, because muscle is more work for your body to maintain. And it's going to have to increase your metabolism to be able to maintain the muscle in your body. Whereas fat, it's not a lot of work to maintain fat. So your body's going to keep that, right? But if you have more muscle in your body, you're increasing your metabolism. You're going to be more likely to use fat as a source of fuel. And also with the balanced diets, we have to offset the chance that your body uses muscle for fuel too. So we can't just be lifting weights and not being purposely fueling our body and expecting our bodies to change much, because that can easily happen too, right? Your body is very smart. It's going to get its fuel from anywhere. If you're not fueling it properly, it will just use muscle as fuel. It's like, that's fine. You're not going to give us food. We'll use what we got over here. Okay. In addition to slowing your metabolism. So using muscle for fuel, plus you're losing the muscle in your body, and that's also lowering your metabolism. And when I say weights, I'm not just talking about 5-pound dumbbells, unless that's where you're starting. Okay. So sometimes if you've not lifted weights, then you might be using 5-pound dumbbells for a short amount of time. It's not going to take you long. You're going to be able to lift heavier. Lift weights that are hard to lift, but you have good form. So that means, like, if you're doing a set of 10 reps, those last 2 reps need to be really hard while you maintain your form. That's how you put muscle in your body. Putting muscle in your body as a woman is not an easy feat. In my diffuser, I put any essential oil that I enjoy. I use doTERRA oils. So any, what was I saying? Heavy weights, lift the heavy weights. Okay. So make sure you're challenging yourself. You're doing it several times a week. Oh, like I said, putting muscle on your body as a woman is not an easy feat. Do not worry about being bulky. Being bulky is the last thing you should worry about when it comes to putting muscle on your body. So do it most days of the week, lift heavy, put some muscle on your body. That's your 401k for your future. And if you need help with workouts, you can join Mega Strong Fitness. I'll put that in my replay email today. They're a fantastic couple. They do 2 workouts a day. Their workouts are strength training, You don't have to worry about what you're doing. You just show up and do the workout, lift the weights, and then you're done. Okay. Stop fasting. Stop going hours and hours and hours without eating, thinking that you're doing yourself a favor, because you're not. Some people, I think fasting works okay for. Most people, especially the people that come to me, it's not going to work okay for you, right? You have been trying to lose weight. It hasn't been working. We can't continue to go hours and hours without eating, because guess what that tells your body when you're going hours and hours without eating or eating? Things aren't good here. We don't have food. We're going to have to wait until we find food later. So slow things down on the back end, because we don't know when the food is coming again. Don't tell your body that. Eat, especially in the morning. Eat breakfast, because you're going to start, if you are interested in fasting, fast in the evenings. And when I give that as an option for fasting, most people opt to not fast, right? It becomes easy to fast in the mornings because you're relying on your stress hormones to get you through that those morning hours. If you do that for a long period of time, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have no more cortisol left over. Your body's going to adjust. It's going to understand its environment, and it's going to stop listening to all of the stress responses that you give it in the mornings, which includes not eating your breakfast. And pretty soon your cortisol is going to be plummeted, and that's that tired feeling on top of tired. Okay. So eat breakfast in the morning, and eat a savory breakfast, kind of like what we talked about yesterday. Don't start out your morning with a blood sugar spike and crash. Do a well-balanced breakfast in the morning. And then the other thing is to stop working out without eating. That's just adding more stress to your body. And if you want to put on muscle, working out or eating before you work out is going to provide your body with a sense of safety that there's enough food here to be able to create some more muscle, right? You want to give your body the resources to create muscle. Your body isn't like making everything by itself. That's why we have to eat food. That's why we have to put the food in our body, to give our body the resources to put muscle on. So eating breakfast in the morning, we talked a little bit about that yesterday too. So that's also very helpful, especially if you feel really tired in your workouts, right? That's your metabolism. It's sending you signals. So from today, what I want you to know is that if you want to lose weight, you have to do it in a way that you're caring for your metabolism. And this doesn't look like crash dieting. This doesn't look like cutting as much as you can from your diet and seeing how quickly you can lose the weight, because your body's going to adjust really quickly, and it's going to get you to a place, like I've been saying all week, that's at the bottom of the barrel. And who's there to get you out of the bottom of the barrel? Nobody, just you. You have to learn how to get yourself out of there. And it looks like sleeping, it looks like eating, it looks like managing your stress, and it looks like putting some muscle on your body. And if you saw in the email this morning, I have opened up Mindfully Well, which is a program where exactly we do everything we're talking about this week. We do the emotional mindset work around what it looks like to lose weight and to keep it off. We do the physical work of what it looks like to balance your blood sugar and to support your metabolism and to not put your body in a worse state. We do the work of providing your body with safety so that you can not only lose weight, but you can feel good doing it and have energy doing it and take care of yourself so that you can be present for your family for a long time. And so that you can show your daughters that she doesn't have to crash diet. You can show your daughter that she doesn't have to be afraid of food and just continue to eat less, right? It's teaching you how to eat and live like an adult woman and not being fearful of what's going to happen when you start eating and moving and living like an adult woman, right? You get to understand yourself. You get to understand your body, and you get to live your life instead of living your life as a diet. Okay. Questions? The diffuser. No, not a question, just a praise. Your spots are spot on. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Barb. I work out at 5 a.m. Could I do a protein shake right before, or what quick meal? Yes. If you're working out right away in the morning, you want to make it as easy as you can, right? Because we don't need to add more stuff to do at 5 a.m., right? Let's not do that. But you could have a quick protein shake while you're getting ready. It doesn't have to be like hours beforehand, especially a protein shake, and especially whey protein is really quickly absorbed into your bloodstream. So you drink that, it's going to go right to where it needs to be really quickly. The other thing that you can add in is I usually just say like have half of a banana or a full banana, because that is providing your body with some carbohydrates and also some protein. And those are the two macronutrients that you want during your workout, because they're going to help you rebuild that muscle, and that carbohydrate, remember from yesterday, where is the first stop? Your muscle. So you're working out, you're eating that banana is going to go right into your muscle along with that protein, and it's going to rebuild that muscle. So that's a fantastic way to quickly eat. And even if, if you think about it, it's not all the way absorbed once you start your workout, especially if you, let's say, like for me, example, I also work out in the morning. I work out at 5:30. I get up at 5. I probably am having my protein and my banana around 5:15. Is that fully absorbed at 5:30? No, it's not. But is that providing my body with knowing that there's food in my belly and knowing that it's digesting it and moving it to where it needs to be? It is. So the first thing it's doing is providing your body with a sense of safety that there's food here, and it doesn't need to go and freak out and raise your cortisol levels super high to be able to have enough fuel for that workout. It's just that sense of safety that things are good here. I got you taken care of. You have what you need to get through this workout. So good. All right. I think that's the questions for today. So tomorrow is all about stress management. If you think that I'm passionate about metabolism, you just wait until I get to stress management, because I got some things to say. So you guys have been great. Tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. I will also put in the replay for today, the Mindfully Well page. And then from there, you can schedule a consultation. You do have to have a consultation because I want to know you and you want to know me. And I want to make sure it's a good fit for you. I have more follow-up questions for you. And also you get your own protocol in Mindfully Well. I don't know if I said that before. I talked a lot about cookie cutter plans today. Nobody gets a cookie cutter plan in my program. This is for you to help you reach your goals for the very last time. But I know that not everyone is the same. You're all coming in with different metabolic rates, right? A 25-year-old has a different metabolic rate than a 50-year-old. Somebody who has a regular cycle, it's going to be vastly different from somebody who's suffering from PCOS and her cycle is all over the place. Somebody who's dieted most of her life, it's going to be vastly different from somebody who's just coming off of a pregnancy, right? All of those things are taken into consideration, and you have your very own protocol to help you reach success in a way that feels really good. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.